You're invited to pretty with me at my pretty party. It's your favorite auntie. Keep your pity, give me the party. I gotta look good, so I'm gonna be tardy.
What's up, teacups and teapots? It's your favorite auntie. I am back with another video. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Joy Moya. I am your favorite auntie, and go ahead, like and share and subscribe to the channel. Comment, all that good stuff. Anyway, let's do a recap of everything that I have covered this past week. First up, we talked about Ruth and Naomi. We talked about how you shouldn't get caught up in offense when someone is trying to help you, or when someone has an opinion about, something that is relevant to you. Everybody's going to have an opinion. So you're going to have to learn to, control yourself. When you feel disrespected, call out the disrespect. But just also understand that, everybody's going to have an opinion. Sometimes people will say something and they don't mean any harm, but they don't really know or understand how to get their point across, without offending you. All right. Consider the circumstance of the person that is, or the person that you're communicating with, to see if there's a need for more grace. We're all going through something out here, so definitely do that. Consider the circumstances of the person that you're actually communicating with, because, some people out here might just actually have a mental problem, and you have to excuse them. You have to offer them a little bit of grace. Yeah, that's it. Also, understand the culture that, we're in. Our culture is under continuous attack. Again, mental illness, poverty, oppression, self-destruction. All of that has been orchestrated for our communities, our culture. So you have to be very, very mindful. It's almost like you have to be like always within the Holy Spirit to make sure that you're in your P's and Q's, you got your armor on, and none of that stuff can penetrate you or harm you or make you feel like you got to put up the dukes, when really all you got to do is be like, oh, okay, if you say so. We also talked about the church exposure. Honey, if auntie don't tell you nothing else, remember, God is all seeing and God is all knowing. So stay focused on your destiny, the lifestyle you want to live, and the family you want to create. Don't get caught up in, doing the wrong stuff. Don't get caught up in doing what everybody else is doing just because, it's the trend. And then, you also have to understand too, like, for those of you who might want to do the exposing, okay? You can't remove the plank from somebody else's eye when you got, baguettes, okay? I did a little, I don't know, a little spoken word on something like that not too long ago. But anyway, yeah. And then we talked about old Goliath, old Goliath. Old Goliath, old Goliath. So keep in mind that we all have issues. So you can expect to not only overcome your issues, but those of your bloodline as well. All right, that's what Goliath had to do. Goliath had to slay for generational curses. Goliath had to slay. He had to have, good enough sense to, know how to defeat that thing that had defeated his bloodline and, his family for so long. So, yeah, you're going to have some Goliaths in your life. So do a self-reflection and understand, what it is that makes you tick, what it is that triggers you, the atmospheres, the people, the conversations. You have to do a self-reflection of that and definitely figure out what you need to do to slay that thing so you can, be who you are destined and called to be. All right. We also talked about worrying. Please don't be a worry wart. Okay. Have faith. All right. Know what you can do and who can do what. You understand me? Remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. All right. Don't you forget that. All right. Now, if it be God's will, it will happen. So don't worry. All right. And also, you better know who you are and whose you are. That's something my mother told me, and it stuck. All right. You have a Father who loves you. All right. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a royal priesthood. All right. Don't you forget that. You belong to somebody and you have a kingdom within you. All right. So you're never by yourself. You're never alone. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, you better know who God is. All right. All right. You better know who God is. The who, what, when, where, and how of your life. You better know that. The way, the truth in the life. You better know that. The author and finisher of your faith. You better know that. The Alpha and Omega. You better know that. Who your strong tower, your rock is. You better know that. So that you can stand firm and never be shaken. You better know that God is the bread of life. Okay, so honey, those are just some things that you need to know and never forget. All right, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's have a dialogue. Talk to your auntie, your favorite auntie. Yeah, that's that for this recap video. Yeah, so make sure you hit your auntie Cash App, support the channel. I will be leaving the Cash App information in the bio or whatever that thing is. Or the description box. That's what it's called, the description box. I'm gonna leave it right there, okay? Until next time, my teacups and teapots, thank you so much for joining your auntie. And I am out.